The question of the day is from John. He asks, if I already have a pop-up flash on my camera, why would I need a Speedlight? A lot of cameras have a pop-up flash. My D800, my D300S, even the new Nikon D600 has one. I love a pop-up flash. I don't like to carry a bunch of extra gear if I just don't need to. So if I don't foresee using a lot of flash when I'm just, out having a good time with my camera, I won't bring a Speedlight. I'll use the pop-up flash, if I need to. Sometimes I even use it in the studio. I set the flash on manual output and lower the power, and then trigger my strobes or my speedlights with it. That being said, there are times when a speedlight is called for. I just mentioned that I trigger my SB800 speedlights with my pop-up flash. You might want a couple of speedlights to use as studio lighting. Or you might want to use a speedlight off camera for different lighting effects. I actually have this SB20 or SC29 cable here that I can use to get the speedlight off camera. And sometimes the pop-up flash just isn't going to do the job for you. It might not be powerful enough, or you might be using a large lens which gets in the way of the pop-up flash's path of light, and you'll end up with a big lens shadow on your subject. When you use a speedlight though, the light is further up from the lens, so the light's path isn't hindered by the lens at all, so you don't get that shadow. Another reason to use a speedlight is to preserve the battery life of your camera. When you use the pop-up, you're using the camera's battery, but when you use a speedlight, you're using the speedlight's batteries. One of the most important reasons to have a speedlight is flexibility. You can change the power output on a lot of cameras' pop-up flashes, but that's pretty much where it ends. With a speedlight, you usually have more options, like changing the direction of the light, enabling you to bounce the light. I have a few different speedlights. My SB800 here, I have a few of them, but this one has the most flexibility. I can use it in the studio for lighting. They come with these little stands that you can either set on a flat surface or you can put it on a light stand. I can modify the light with the diffuser that comes on it, or the wide-angle diffuser that comes attached, or the bounce card. And you can move this head all over the place so that you can change the character of the light and the direction of the light. Now, my SB400 right here, it has some flexibility in this little tiny package. You can tilt the light up and down like so, but nowhere else. I also have this itty bitty speed light for my V1. You can actually move this head all over the place too, which is kind of cool. But with this one, the speedlight works off of the camera's battery, not batteries that are inside the speedlight. Thanks for the great question, John.